So I bought this Range Rover some months ago, and in the beginning everything was alright, let's say, until nothing was alright. Now don't get me wrong, I know what it means when you buy a 2000 euro Range Rover. But despite all these problems, I really love this car because it has everything that I wish from a car. Now my boy is really sick and it needs my help. So, let's begin.
I don't want peace. I want problems, always!
I was driving on the highway when suddenly the coolant temperature rose to 120 degrees and a lot of white smoke was getting out from the exhaust. Now, as we can see, I have water in the oil.
Oh my god. It's gray, not black. And coolant it's none. What? Oh my god. And this should be oil. And it's still getting out. And I have already 10 liters here. This is the oil. Well, now I didn't see nothing wrong with this one. It doesn't combine the oil with the water, but anyway, I bought a new one just to be sure, and I also bought this gasket. It's between the engine block and the oil filter holder, and I really hope this is the problem. There's a really bad position, and this oil filter holder has 3 bolts, which I don't even see. Okay, so 2 bolts are out. Let's yeah, inspect this. And this hole here is for coolant. Exactly where the gasket is. Doesn't look very good. Oh, let's see. Yeah. So dirty.
Well, I'm not sure that this gasket and the oil cooler will solve the problem, but it always good to have positive thoughts, no?
And now I will use a cheap engine oil just to clean that gray oil and what's inside. I will leave the engine run until it gets to 50 or 60 degrees. After that I will flush this cheap oil, and if it's everything okay and the water doesn't mix with the engine oil, I will put the exact oil that this engine needs. Now I will wait to see if the water stays here or it goes into the oil pan. No, this engine is really dirty. Well, that's inside. It's oily. I will use also some motor flush. Yeah. Definitely still doesn't work properly. The level it's rising, the oil level. This is really bad news. Holy Range Rover. Yeah. Lucky me. Well, now, what I will need to do now is to remove the cylinder head and hope that it will be the cylinder head gasket. But let's see. There's a lot of unbolting. Here on the intake manifold I've noticed something. This is, I think, silicone, so it was removed at one point, but they didn't change the gaskets. Yeah, this will need a proper cleaning and also new gaskets. A lot of gaskets. One injector. Not again. Silicone in here. Water. Dirty. I think it will need some cleaning.
Now I think I know what happened and why this engine boiled until the cylinder head gasket broke, or I hope not the cylinder head, because there's no ventilation. Wow, it really works. Okay, first belt. It's a long belt. This is the tensioner pulley. Terminated. Need to be replaced. Wow. Terminated. This one too. Oh my god. And the alternator. Of course, a lot of silicone. Okay, I expect this to be heavy, but it seems that it's not that heavy. Surprisingly. Okay. What's keeping it? Fuel pipe. Now, please God to be the cylinder head gasket. Oh no, I don't see any issue here. So, I've checked the cylinder head for 3 times. The cylinder block 2 times. And this gasket, I don't know, much more times. And what I've noticed that on the cylinder 5 there's marks of water. So I'm looking now at cylinder 5 where I can clearly see there are some signs of water passing through there, and it shouldn't look like that. But anyway, when you think that's all and nothing bad can happen, shit strikes and you find out that it can be much more worse. There's a crack on the cylinder 1. Yes, it's small, but it's there and it will grow bigger, I'm sure of that. The easiest and most practical solution in this situation for me is to buy a second-hand engine. So I've searched an M57 engine, which is a BMW 16-line engine for this Range Rover at the incredible price of 320 euros.
And here I am on my way to the scrapyard to buy a new second-hand engine and hope the best. I really hope that engine doesn't have major issues, because I'm enough with the major issues, broken cylinders and anyway. And I will also keep the original engine and rebuild it in time, slowly, because you'll never know when you need a new engine. Anyway, let's see how this engine looks. Da? Asta este?
Că e bun, da, e bun. Pornea mașina, am avut aici în curte.
So here I am looking at this engine, and probably the engine is looking at me, wondering if this is a mistake and I'm close to buy 200 kilos of scrap metal. Those guys are telling me that this engine is in a perfect condition, but I can even turn the crankshaft. And that's because the injection pump was removed, of course, and that's on the timing chain. So that means it's untimed. Anyway, how bad can it be?
Oh my god, it's so heavy. So guys, removing the engine to this Range Rover L322, my opinion, just my opinion, it's that this is a complete nightmare. Let me show you what you will need to remove until you will gonna take that engine out. On the front right side you will need to remove almost everything, only the air spring will stay here, because you will have a very long drive shaft which goes directly through the oil pan through there. So this will cause you a big headache. Ladies and gentlemen, or only gentlemen, I don't think any lady will watch this. This monster, it's almost out. Fuel line. And now the wiring. Such a thin wire. These are the wires for the engine and for the gearbox. Big guy, big and heavy. Oh, finally. Finally, he's out. Oh my god. I'm not sure if this
It
is
was a
good.
long and heavy project until this point, which is the end of this part. But in the next and also the final part, things will get even more complicated.
Definitely.
And this is why I say more complicated. Thank you for watching. I hope you like this video. Don't forget to hit that like or subscribe button.